Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video. So this one is going to be a little different from the other style of videos that I've put out just because I've mostly done vlog stuff and that's been cool and fun and I like that. I also want to make more videos kind of like this where I talk about specific topics and I kind of share either like my experiences or anything that I think may be helpful to anyone else out there who may be experiencing something similar. So basically my idea for this video is I kind of wanted to combine two ideas into one video. So one idea was to have kind of a get to know me tag. Specifically, I wanted to do a tag around like LGBTQ people. And then also I wanted to make a video about this program that I have been volunteering and helping out with called Worthy Mentoring. And it's a really awesome program that helps out LGBTQ plus people. We'll talk more about that a little bit later in the video, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to make this video in hopes that I could help anyone else out there who may be experiencing something similar. So then I decided that I would just take both ideas and I would combine them into one video. So let's go ahead and just hop right into the video then. We're gonna start off with the get to know me tag part and then just kind of go into talking about whatever worthy mentoring is. Like I said, the get to know me tag that I'm gonna do today is specific around LGBTQ plus people and experiences. I specifically wanted to go through a tag centered around LGBTQ plus people because I wanted to be able to find a way to more easily share some of my own experiences and kind of open up the floor to those, just because I don't really know, I just wasn't really sure how to open that up before in a video. So let's just get right into the video. So first question asks, what do you identify as? I identify as a gay man, and that's that. How did you discover your sexuality? I would say that I discovered my sexuality from mostly just watching movies and TV shows and YouTube videos, because there would always just be main characters who were always just really attractive guys, and I would obsess over them for forever and would want to see every single movie or TV show that had them in it. And eventually I was like, why am I why are you so obsessed with me? And yeah, so that's kind of how I started figuring out that I was I guess I'm a little bit into guys then. And the next question is, who was the first person you told? Now the first person I told was probably my best friend, Ellie, and she and I have been close friends since we were just little babies, basically. I felt like I could really confide in her, and I knew that I wouldn't receive any kind of judgment and that I could be fully supported from her, and I just found comfort in having a friend like her. So yeah. Describe what it was like coming out. So for me, I actually just came out recently to all my friends and family. That was actually just this past March, and that was awesome and good. Thankfully, everything actually went very smooth. Nothing really negative happened for me, which I was really thankful for. But I guess it was kind of a long process for coming out, just because I had always known since I was about 12 or 13 that I had these feelings towards men, which were a lot stronger than anything I felt towards girls. And it just especially growing up in a smaller town that wasn't always very representative of all walks of life, I just never really knew how to go about embracing myself or where to turn to, or if it was even, I guess, normal to feel like that. And so then after I had like graduated from high school and I left my little hometown, I moved here to Corvallis to go to college, and from there I was exposed to so many different people and so many awesome and wonderful people who just showed me what it really is like to just truly embrace who you are and to just be comfortable with who you are. Then eventually I just went for it because it felt like it was the right time this year. So I did it. And like I said, thankfully, my family's reaction was very positive, and my friends' reactions were also just like so extremely supportive, and I just appreciate all of them. If you're out, how did your parents and guardians and friends react when you told them? So I kind of already answered that, but like I said, it was just overwhelmingly positive and full of nothing but love and support. So I was really thankful for that. What is one question you hate people asking about your sexuality? That one's a hard one because I feel like I don't get a lot of questions about my sexuality. Personally, I don't think I really have an answer to that question just because I don't really get a lot of questions about my sexuality. And if I do, I try to answer any question in the most like respectful, so that if someone genuinely just doesn't know or understand something, then it can just be kind of a learning opportunity for them, and to just be like, hey, this is how this works, and then it just kind of like clears it up and allows for a peaceful discussion, and nobody has to really like get their feelings hurt or anything. I don't know if that really answered the question, but yeah, I guess that's that for me. What's your favorite thing about the LGBTQ plus community? So I would say my favorite thing is just feeling so supported since I came out. Like I said, I had known for the longest time, since I was like 12, I had always had that feeling, and I tried to repress them for really most of my life, and that led to a lot of different feelings and just not always feeling my happiest and the most positive about situations. Since coming out and since really trying to become a bigger part of this community, I feel so much more supported and loved. Not to like suggest that I wasn't feeling loved at all by friends and family from before, but now feeling like I can really be myself in front of anyone and everyone is just so great, and it's just a feeling that I wish that everybody could experience. Have you ever been to a gay bar? I have not, actually. Kind of terrify me a little bit. I'm not a big bar kind of person. The idea of going to a gay bar is a little more intimidating. I don't know, but I kind of feel like I would do it maybe a couple times, just like if there was a night that I just needed to kind of let loose and just go and have some fun, because I know that there are some pretty great ones here in Portland. So I might one of these days actually go check those out, because I think it could be a little bit of fun like every once in a while. Who is your favorite LGBTQ plus icon, advocate, and celebrity? Honestly, there are seriously so many people that I follow who are within the community, who are just always an inspiration and just constantly make me want to do better for this community and do more for the community. I guess I'll just list off some people that kind of come to mind. So like there's, Tyler Oakley, Troye Sivan, Shane Dawson. There's also this like K-pop star who was the first openly gay K-pop star. His name is Holland, and it's just like amazing. Just like I followed him and I found out about him recently, and he is just like so empowering and encouraging to do that, you know, to be the first in your culture, to do that in a different culture. It isn't easy, and it is something that should definitely be like respected. And also there is Rex Woodbury and Ian Spear. They are actually the two founders of Worthy Mentoring. They're awesome because they just always are speaking out about their opinions on topics surrounding LGBTQ plus people, and also because they created a program like Worthy Mentoring, which does so much for the community. So those are just a few of the people that come to my mind. Have you been in a relationship, and how did you meet? No. So I actually have not been in a relationship with either a guy or a girl. I've tried. It just hasn't worked out, and honestly, that's totally fine. I am totally okay with waiting until I find someone who is really the perfect person for me. Have you ever faced discrimination? I would say yes and no, just because most of the experiences that I had were in like middle school and maybe a little bit of high school. Mostly was just people coming up to me and like asking me things like, are you gay? Or like, I don't know, just trying to get me to say something. And of course, you know, I wasn't comfortable at all with my sexuality at all at that time. So that was just like really irritating at the time, especially as like an emotional teenager. You're just like, I don't understand why you're coming after me right now. But that's just how some people were operating. And high school wasn't really super bad. There were some people who just never really liked me, and I never knew why. But there were just a couple people who just never felt comfortable around me. I don't know. Too bad for them. And then college really hasn't been, I don't think I've really experienced any discrimination. Thankfully, this community here in Corvallis is a very accepting community. Every once in a while, there'll be people just driving around. I don't know if it's because I just look gay, I don't know, or if they're just going after anybody that they see on the street, but they will just like go and just like scream or honk or do whatever while they're driving by you, and it's like, okay. But other than that, I thankfully have not really experienced any discrimination, so I'm pretty thankful for that as well. Your favorite LGBTQ plus movie or show? So my favorite movie by far is Love, Simon. I love Simon. It is just such a cute movie, and the book is also really great, and I highly recommend that to anybody who hasn't seen it. And my favorite show, oh duh, Queer Eye. Queer Eye is just everything. I watch Queer Eye whenever I just need some like inspiration to just continue to be really like myself. It's just such a good show. So funny, but also just so impactful. It's great. It's great representation. So the most ridiculous thing you've heard about the LGBTQ community. I guess maybe the most ridiculous thing that I've ever heard about the community is that everybody who is in it, that they've probably just never found the right guy or girl to date, and that is why they are gay or lesbian or bisexual or whatever you may be, and that is just so incredibly wrong. That is just not right at all. So if you think that, it's not right, and you should just open up your mind a little bit. What LGBTQ slur do you hate the most? And I think that should be pretty straightforward for me. I don't like the F word. It just is an ugly word. It's just not necessary. But yeah, I used to hear that one. And then also, it's not really a slur, but when people, and not very many people do this anymore, but when people still say that like something is gay, like something that is stupid, and they use the word gay to describe it, yeah, that is a little irritating. And it's just like, come on, it's 2018 now, like let's expand our vocabulary a little bit. I think we can all agree that that's just not an accurate way to describe anything, unless you're talking about me, who happens to be gay. So, and this last question says to end this tag on something you'd like to tell the world about the LGBTQ community. So, perfect segue into talking about worthy mentoring. So I really want to talk about what worthy mentoring is and how you can get involved, and kind of why it's important to get involved and why we should spread more awareness programs like this. So first of all, the program Worthy Mentoring was founded by Ian Spear and Rex Woodbury. They created this organization in order to kind of create bridges across the world within the community, and to provide support and friendship, and to help guide people who are struggling with coming out in different environments and who probably feel alone and who don't really have the support network that not everybody gets. And so in order to bridge these gaps and to help provide support to people who need it and who don't have all of the connections, they created this program where they match mentors and mentees within the LGBTQ community. And once they're matched, they just are allowed to communicate with each other, and the mentors can help the mentees with whatever advice that they may need, whether that be personal advice or professional advice or help with coming out, or if they are trying to reconcile their religion with their sexuality. Really, it covers anything. And the program gets mentors and mentees from all walks of life. So I work as a volunteer for it, so I get to help with the actual matching process. So in order to sign up to be a mentor or a mentee, you go to worthymentoring.org and you sign up there, where you say if you want to be a mentor or mentee, and you kind of explain what things you're looking for in a mentor or mentee, what you think you can help most with, what you need advice on. Then from there you have kind of a waiting period, and that can kind of vary. Right now there is a pretty big volume of people, which is awesome, but it does also take time to make sure that the matching process works and to make sure that everybody can be satisfied in their pairing. An example of how long it could take in order to get matched, it took me about a month to get matched with my mentee, but I know that some people it could take even longer than that. It's just taking more time to find their right match, because we want to make sure that they can help the right person. But in the end, it's really worth it to make that connection and to really help a mentee. And then you get an email, and it kind of goes over how you can maintain communication with each other, and from there you just get to communicate with your mentor or mentee, and yeah, and then the community is just a little bit stronger after that. So now I kind of want to share kind of why I think it's important to support a program like this, or why, if there is someone who's watching this video, why you should sign up for it, whether it be as a mentor or a mentee. It's important to get involved with something like this, because there are people who are living in less fortunate circumstances than some of us. I know for me, sometimes I get complacent and I don't think about people within the community who live in another country and don't have the opportunity to be themselves, because if they do, they are seen as a criminal, and they get punished for those kinds of things. And it's still mind-blowing, but it happens around the world. I know that if I felt lonely and if I was unsure about what was going on with me living in America, I can only imagine how lonely it could be living in another country and trying to go through something like that. So that's why this kind of program is really important, because it lets those people know that they aren't alone. And that just really, and just makes them feel the real strength that this community has, because that is seriously like so important. And yeah. It's just like so important for people to feel that and to understand that there really are people all over the globe who will always support them and will always love them for who they are completely. So yeah. Okay, so that is Worthy Mentoring, and that was the Get to Know Me tag. So I hope that you not only took away something from me and my experiences as a part of this community, but I also hope that you can see that there are these tools available to anybody out there in this community who just may need some extra support, because it's out there for you. It really is worth it. So if you want to check out Worthy Mentoring, if you want to become a mentor or a mentee, just go to worthymentoring.org and just check out all the information there. You can learn more about Ian and Rex and how they came to form Worthy Mentoring, and more about how to participate as a mentor or a mentee. I also hope that you will want to share this with friends and family, so that anybody who may be in a bad place or may feel a little lonely can know that they have a community backing them and supporting them completely. So that pretty much wraps it up for this video. If you liked it, go ahead and leave a like and a comment down below, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I plan on doing a lot more videos similar to this, where I can kind of share my experiences and my thoughts with anyone who may be in a similar situation. If you're interested in learning more about my experience with the program, feel free to ask down in the comments below, or you can go over to Instagram and try to shoot me a message. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.